Bitch, I'm one of them. Lights on the field, city lit, no cap. Air voice get heard when we press that tap. From the court to the curb, from the mic to the plate. We don't chase the moment, we document the day. Built from the ground up, put the truth in the frame. Every story got weight, every loss, every game. Where the game meet the story. Move loud, move forward. Sports, entertainment, community. FSEN.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the 915 Property Playbook. I am your host, Felipe. Today, we are going to be talking about a market update. We are about to finish the first quarter of 2026. There's been a lot of shakeups. There's been a lot of stuff going on, not just in the market, but outside. So, let's dive right into it.
Before we get started, today's episode is supported by our affiliate partners. We only recommend products and services that align with smart strategy and long-term value. Your support helps keep the 915 Property Playbook going. Let's get started.
This ain't theory. This is ownership. Lights on, deals move, watch the city elevate. From the block to the skyline, we accelerate. Every number calculated, every move replayed. It's the 915 Property Playbook, know the game. Market hot rates shift, pressure in the air. We don't chase trends, we prepare. For first offer, sign a portfolio stacked. Every lesson earned, every move tracked. No fluff talk, no overnight lies. Just strategy sharpened in real time. If you're ready to build, not just spectate. This the room where smart money congregate. Keys up, vision locked. Let the future play. Real estate moves in the 915. This the 915 Property Playbook. Press play. Build equity. 915 Property.
Right now, our price right now for national is going to be somewhere around the $400,000. You're looking at interest rates staying steady in the sixes. We had a small dip, and we'll get into that right now. For our actual market, we're looking at an average price somewhere around the 250s, 240s. That's where we're staying at in the medium price. Now in the lower ranges, we are seeing some 229s, and that's where people are attacking. And this price range is actually being seen more in the northeast area of our city. And you're probably thinking, do we have a buyer's market or do we have a seller's market? Well, to be honest with you, right now in El Paso, we're seeing a very balanced market. And the reason why is because we did have that small dip of the interest rates, like I said earlier. And because of that, a lot of sellers were able to get rid of some inventory. A lot of people got into new homes. And right now we're starting to see the shift again, probably into a buyer's market for the next few months, depending on where rates are going to stay. If you were lucky enough to hit that little dip that we had on the interest rates, you got some pretty good deals. And the reason why is because the interest rate is going to help your payments, like we've spoken about it before. And because of the rates being lower, you're going to get a lower mortgage payment throughout. So if you were looking for that dip and you hit it right on target, congratulations. If you are now waiting for the next dip, I have some bad news for you. We're probably not going to see it for a few months, amid because of everything else going on the political climate, unfortunately. So we are starting to see some of the prices go up, and it is expected for the next few months to have an actual appreciation on properties, anywhere from 1 to 3% on their actual rate right now. What does this mean for you currently? Well, if you're waiting to purchase when the rates drop, you're going to be waiting for a while, and you're going to be buying at a much higher price, and you're probably going to be purchasing a lot less than what you wanted to purchase. If, however, right now you were staying steady on where the interest rate was and you didn't buy on the dip, but you did save some money and you have enough to put down for a home, I would suggest you do it now. And the reason why is because we have too many things going on all at once. Every week there's something happening, And that means that our actual economic stability throughout the country is going to be a little bit iffy. So that means that tomorrow we might have a dip, and if you were ready, you might lock it in, you might not. But the truth is that most transactions on real estate are going to take somewhere between 30 to 45 days. So that means that even if you were to hit it right on the money, you're going to be locking in a higher rate because of the fact that as something might change tomorrow, it might change the next day afterwards, and then it might change the next week, and then it goes back down, and then it goes back up. So you want to be able to kind of game it in that sense. But like I said, if you had money that you were saving up and you're able to make a down payment right now, do it right now. Because if prices do go up, like I said earlier, 1 to 3%, that's quite a bit of an increase. And if you want to get a good home right now, you're probably better off getting a new build. And here's the reason why. On resales right now, we're seeing that interest rates are going to be staying in the upper 5s and 6s. This means that your payments are going to be a lot higher than you expect. This also means that the price range that you're going to be looking at is going to be much less than the new build. New builds started booming right after the 2023 season. And they've been booming for the past 2 years because of the fact that a lot of builders are trying to catch up and trying to get rid of new inventory because they started building a lot and they've projected a lot more. And the reason is because we have been demanding more homes to be built amid the crisis that we had the last 10 years when 2008 happened. So because of that, the government instilled that builders build more homes. They were doing more incentives. They were giving them more government programs and helping more buyers get into these homes. Then we had COVID, and we had a dogfight on every single home that you can imagine. But then we had the interest rate spike, and now because of that, builders are taking advantage of it and saying, hey, if you purchase my home at this point in time, I am going to help you buy down the interest rate. Nonetheless, a lot of them are even offering you a 4.75, some of them even as low as 4.2 interest rate. That means that your payment on a new home that's valued at $300,000 is going to be somewhere around the same as if you were buying in a resale for about $250,000. That's a $50,000 difference, and it might mean that you're buying a much bigger home for that same reason. Now, what areas are popping right now in El Paso? We have the Northeast is going to be your hottest area in the moment. The reason why is because we have a lot of growth that is happening due to developments in data centers and new businesses that are going to be out there because of the freeways and highways that are going to be built out and the infrastructure that's being built out there. We have a lot more military coming in, and because of that, they're also building more homes out there. We have 2 HOA areas that are being built out there, and they've been received pretty well. So if you're looking for a little bit of a lower tax rate and you're looking for something completely new with communities that are barely getting developed, Northeast is your call. Now, if you're looking for flip homes on that area or resales specifically, that's also a great area to go into, again, because of the fact that it's growing. And a lot of these homes in the Northeast are a little bit older, and because of that, they have a lot lower prices. West Side, we're seeing 5 different developments happening on the Upper Valley area. Cimarron is completely sold out for new builds, and then you are seeing some pop-ups here and there for resales, but right now the West Side is mostly tactical for new builds. And your price range is going to be a little bit higher. You're looking somewhere between the 320s all the way up to the millions, and you just have a different variety and different flavor in every area. However, as most of we've seen, all of the homes on the West Side do continue to keep value and keep on adding value to itself compared to some of the other areas in the city. Horizon will continue to be developing, and there are new builds being taken out there. However, outside of Horizon, we have Socorro, and that's a new area that is getting developed with bigger homes, higher price ranges, and some more fancier communities, if you will. Coming back into Central, we can't really develop more Central, so Central, we're seeing a lot of resales pop up. We're seeing a lot of new not new homes, but flips that are happening on old homes that are getting remodeled. Now you might be thinking, well, why would I buy a flip? Well, the thing is that sometimes the flips are pretty good investments because you don't have to invest the money yourself. Somebody already did. You might pay a little bit more for it, but at the end of the day, you're not really buying a new home per se, but you are buying a remodeled home that was invested in, and you're kind of getting the new feel in an old way. So that's what's happening in the area right now. On the buyer side, you have more purchase power right now. The reason why, it doesn't mean that we're in a buyer's market, but you do have a little bit more power because of the fact that we are still seeing homes stay in the market somewhere between 30 to 50 days. Now, we have seen some homes that have been selling pretty quickly, and the reason why is because they are priced very, very well. And because of this, they get off the market right away, and they're nice homes, and they've been very, very successful in that area. If you're a seller and you're looking into putting your home on the market, I do want to suggest one thing. Make sure that you're being very, very, very non-emotional about how much you're going to put your home on the market for. The reason why, like I said, buyers have a lot of power right now, and if you want your home to sell quickly, you're going to have to price it right. And I'm not saying to price it underneath the value that you believe your home is worth, but be realistic with what you're worth. I've had clients that tell me that they've done some renovations on the home, and some of the renovations aren't going to add the value that they think it's adding to it. And because of it, if you try to price it a little bit too high, you're going to be looking at 50 to 60 days on the market, which nobody wants, because that means that you're giving even more power to the buyer to negotiate on their end. And at the end of the day, we want you to make as much money as possible on your sale to be able to move on to whatever is on your next chapter. As a recap, market right now. We're seeing homes being sold, inventory is increasing, and it's completely moving regardless. So if you're looking to buy or sell, right now is the perfect time. And you'll always hear people tell you this, but the truth is that it is always the best time, because we don't know what tomorrow is going to hold, and especially right now, it's unpredictable. So whatever choice you are making, make it now and start preparing for it. I've had people tell me, hey, I want to buy a home in the next 6 months. However, I try to sit down with them and I tell them, well, why is it in the next 6 months and why not now? It's like, in the next 6 months, I'll have this, this, and this. Okay, perfect. So let's sit down and make a strategy so that you're able to purchase it in the next 6 months or less. And the reason why I prefer less is because you will see price increases. And we have seen a few of them, but if in the next 6 months, the home that you wanted to purchase right now was listed at $280, and then a few months from now, you look at it again, and then now it's priced at $320, you're gonna kick yourself because it went up $40,000. And it might not make such a huge difference in the payments, but it might make a huge difference in the approval that you get for it. So do whatever it is that you are thinking about doing right now. Start sitting down, start having conversations about selling, buying, and where it is that you are at, so you can create an actual plan and be following through with it, so that when the time comes, you're already on point, on target, and able to execute on that exact point and moment in time. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting another 3 months because you still have things that you need to do, because you didn't sit with your lender, you didn't sit with your realtor, and you were looking at a house that you couldn't afford because you thought that you made more money than you do. And your interest rates and everything else might go up, might go down, we don't know. So keep that in mind as you're going through it. Bottom line is, do what you're going to do right now. The market is hot right now, and it will continue to be hot for the next few months. A lot of things going on, they're going to affect it, but it's always the correct time. We'll see you guys next time.
Build from the vision, every move intentional. Numbers stay solid, everything foundational. Plays don't rush, yeah, the pace stay right. Value gets stronger when you think long life. From the paper to the keys, see the plan unfold. Every chapter written, yeah, the story bold. No shortcuts taking, just time and faith. Brick by brick, this how you create. Long game mindset, watch the equity rise. From the ground to the skyline, see it clear eyes. Moves stay clean, every step well played. It's the 915, yeah, that's how we play. Foundation set, now the future breathe. Ownership built on strategy. Market talk fade, but the value stay. What you build today gon' lead the way. From the plan to the key, everything aligned. 915, property playbook built over time. From the plan to the key, everything aligned. 915, property playbook built to last.